Thank you. Let us begin. We have Chalet here. We have Sevens versus Stormwatch, Day 17, Season 3 Hyper Series. I'm not expecting anything too out of place for these bands. I saw the Sevens, their last game, which was against Atlanta. For those of you who also are in leagues outside of Hyper Series, Atlanta is basically Okami. Very aggressive team. But how that went for the Sevens was that they put up a good fight. They ended up at the end of their first half, which was I believe their attacking half. They ended up 3-3, and then they switched to defense, and it all went wrong. I mean, they just could not defend against Atlanta. So we'll have to see if they've really tried to hone their strategies and the way that they hold these sites. But they just seem to lack a lot of coordination, at least as of that last day. First two bans out here by these two teams, and the Nomad ban, not too surprising. Maybe a bit of a surprise that it's not an Ace or a Thatch or some sort of hard breach, but not a bad ban, just a standard comfort ban. Kaid ban as well, not surprising. Just going to be interesting that the Kaid is off the board, but there's no Ace or Therm really to counteract that. And then the Dokkaebi ban is strange. Thermit, do you have any thoughts on this Doke ban? Any reason why, possibly?
No. To be honest, I'm trying to figure it out as well. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, it makes sense, but again, it doesn't make sense because it is at the end of the day a what's it called? It's not a really I guess it's not a really intel heavy operator. I'd rather ban there's so many other ops I could ban, but I banned Doke. So I have no clue. I mean, maybe there's something that we don't know. I mean, I haven't watched every single VOD, sure. I've watched a lot of them, but I haven't watched every single VOD. Maybe there's something we know that they don't, that I believe it was the Sevens, right? Yeah, the Stormwatch banned the Dokkaebi. So I don't know, to be honest, what they see that we don't see. It's very possible that Ottawa sees something. But yeah, no, I can't really put a finger on why that was banned, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I just think that if, for whatever they're banning, unless it's a target ban, there are better options. If it's a gun, there's definitely more powerful options, though you shouldn't really be banning guns. If it's a roam clear, you have jackals just sitting there waiting for you. If it's intel, I'm sure that you could find a good intel op on attack to ban. Not necessarily Doke. I think that's kind of a waste. Maybe it's a target ban, but at last I checked, there's not really a Doke main on the Sevens roster. Though it just seems like kind of a waste. Valkyrie ban, we didn't really cover, but that's just,
Standard.
just... What?
I would say pretty standard.
Yeah, I was about to say business as usual, really. So we'll have to see how that affects things, but it's in none of these, besides the Doke ban, the rest of the bans are pretty just standard. We'll have to see how the lack of any hard breach ban affects how this attack really approaches the sites. Interestingly enough, they seem to have brought a fuse here. Do you know what the strategy might be here from Ottawa, Thurman? Any thoughts?
The one thing that I would say that Wolf might be doing on this fuse is that he'll go into that middle floor and he'll fuse out any of those connecting areas. So fuse out the little connecting room where the hatch is. He'll fuse out the little area where that snowmobile is to help get anything off the wall to prevent a bandit trick. In this case, obviously, there's no bandit, but anything like that is what I would say is, I guess you can call it what's the word I'm looking for here?
Ooh.
What's the word? I'm thinking of a word. And I think my internet is dying. Please don't die. Oh, we're good. Oh, we're good. Okay. Oh, thank God. I thought my internet dropped. I thought I had a vac special. It's okay. We're back. Right? We're good?
Okay. Yeah, I'm good.
No, I just had a scare. I know Vac had this last week with the the league. I had a scare there for a second. My apologies, stream. And we're still up. You can continue.
Yeah, we're still good. And now we're seeing that plan that you mentioned going into fruition. Wolf gonna just use basically all of his utility, can opener on the mezzanine hatch there, sending out his fuse charges, just trying to really cause chaos in the site, destroy some utility, move some players around, just sort of jostle everything really. You know, taking basically a chainsaw to the problem. As there goes, that'll be Savage. I'm trying to make sure
That's
I have
Sarge.
these names
That is
correctly.
Sarge.
Sarge, thank you. Fried deer ankle with the first frag of this game, actually. Pretty late, too. Less than a minute left. That Osa off the board is going to maybe make this breach a bit harder for Stormwatch to hold, but it seems that they have the wall open here. It's going to really be Fried deer ankle trying to hold this down and whatever remaining anchors are really around him. But with 30 seconds left and in a 5v4 situation, this seems to really favor the Sevens here. As long as they can get their players back on site, they'd be Wolfx almost down there by a roaming warden of GZ. I'm trying to make sure I get these names right. The Jackal of Kit gets one. Fried Deer Ankle will trade him out there. 15 seconds left though, as Fried gets traded out now by, that'll be Reagan getting the plant out. Headshot from the ace, trying to get the plant stuck. Traded out by GZ, back on site. Low time here. It's to just Bolo to try and clutch the roundup. He gets headshot by Rita at the end of the round, as ultimately just a strong performance by the anchors of Las Vegas gets around there for the defending team.
Yeah, I have to say that out of everything there, I thought that the Ottawa had something going with the with everything. You know, they condensed it onto site. They flooded in the fuses. They compressed it, and then just out of nowhere, Vegas, the anchors lock it down, and that's it. So, yeah, it's a good round. I mean, Vegas, again, they are a good team on paper. If you look at them, if you look at their stats, and obviously they are a good team on paper. I just think that they haven't put it all together just yet, and if we see them put it all together, then I definitely think that we will see a different Vegas, and I hope that whatever move that they made at the deadline, whenever that debut is made on Zoli, that the difference will be seen right away.
Yeah, I have to agree. I'm hoping that we see a different and better version of Las Vegas, and I'm hoping that that first round was a sign. But just, you know, ultimately they wasted time, or possibly Stormwatch wasted their own time, and then they just had to hold the line pretty much. GZ getting back on site, getting some damage onto the fuse, and then putting himself back on the objective was really helpful in connector, but just overall a strong performance from them. So now, moving on to the second round here, one interesting thing to keep tabs on really is going to be the presence, strangely enough, of the Nook and the Zero. I would point them both out. The Nook as I think that's Kit.
Yes.
You know, very. Yeah, thank you. It's taking me a minute to get used to these names here. But the presence of the Nook is going to be notable because, you know, Nook is pretty much a hard frag off. You bring the Nook, you have to get kills. That is the utility. There's nothing else that she brings really. So if Kit doesn't get frags, it's going to be kind of a wasted pick from them. The Zero is interesting because he's just not picked a lot. He's good. He's good for flank watch. He's good for intel. He can be a really good backline operator. It's just going to be important to see how those Argus cameras get used. As he's trying to do, I think, a bit of entry work here for his team. As the I think that's the SC3000K, aiming it downrange at the Legion of GZ, just holding down library courtesy of a Zami. Kiba barrier there, just trying to hold us down. Kind of a soft hold, not a whole lot of utility accompanying him, as there goes Bonelo gunning down Rye. The Azami taken off the board. A good opening frag there for Ottawa. Getting rid of those Kiba barriers, even if it's only one or two that they took down, is going to be pretty helpful for them, saving the utility later in the round. They still do not have this mezzanine side, as GZ is just continuing to be a thorn in their flank, really. And he'll be taken down too, courtesy of Kit, just moving his way through blue, looking at these sightlines, trying to get one. Fried will trade him out, though. 3v3, actually. That'll be Microwave getting a nitro kill there onto Sarge. That'll be Reagan trading him out, though. 3v2 now. Man advantage retained here by Ottawa, trying to continue to capitalize on this here. But Fried is very low, trying to push forward, trying to do something, but they've lost Pan. I think he realizes that just waiting for a swing off that Kiba barrier there. Here's, I think that might be Reagan there on the piano side, but needs to be holding this down. He's very low, however. At this point, maybe a strongest of wind could knock him over. Just waiting for somebody to come into his sight line. Just knows there's somebody over there. Knows that that's the call from Ottawa. Knows that that's going to be their push. Just waiting. Lying in wait. Pre-fires, takes down Bolo. Looking for another one, possibly. That'll be Rita taken out, actually, by Wolfx in piano. And now it's a 1v2 situation. Fried very low against Reagan and Wolf. The odds against Jaeger here. Trying to clutch this up. Low time, though. There needs to be an execute. And Reagan will gun down Fried Deer Ankle. And Sevens will continue, or actually rebound here, get themselves to 1-1.
That was a good round. That was a good round from both teams. You know what? I'll say it. It was a good round from both teams, and I think, honestly, that if you're looking at Vegas, I don't think there's anything bad that they did, and if you're looking at Ottawa, there's nothing bad that they did. That was just a great, that was a good round, back and forth, shot for shot, gun for gun. I feel that out of all the games tonight, I think this might very well be the closest one through the first two rounds.
I agree. I mean, in the 7 and 8 games, it was 2-0 after the first two rounds.
Yeah.
One of those ended up being 7-1. One of them ended up being 7-0. So, good sign here, which is kind of ironic because the predictions are currently 22-1 in favor of Ottawa. So, good start. I might be putting the jinx on it by saying it here, but I'm hoping that this is a close game between these two.
Yeah, I think so too. I just wanted, I didn't mention it yet, actually. If you don't mind, I'm gonna do a little plug here. Couple of things before I forget. Hyper Series is looking for teams, so we are looking to expand into 16 teams going forward to next season. And if you want to join, I've seen a lot of people ping in the Discord in the chat. Feel free to do that. And if you have a team or coming in as a solo player, Hyper Series will be doing a draft for any incoming solo players who are not affiliated with an org or a team. You can join Hyper Series in the draft, and each team will be able to draft you. Join the server, all the information's there. If you're coming in as a team, come in and put your team on the wait list. An admin will reach out to you and get you signed up for the qualifying major taking place in late July, early August, or you can qualify to be one of 3 or 4 teams added to Hyper Series for next season. I got more plug, but that'll be next round.
Thank you. We appreciate it, and we're looking for teams, so spread the word, get your friends involved and everything, because we just want, we want to just expand Hyper Series at this point. Want to keep doing what we're doing. But now, Kid again, just trying to sort of clear out the site. Takes down GZ early, though. The Legion already off the board. A big kill there for Ottawa. Getting rid of that Legion frees up those goo mines. Actually going to allow them a bit more freedom getting towards the site and getting the plant down. Just really helpful in clearing out some of that utility that might generate later in the round. I mean, I'm sure that's got to be 4, maybe 5 Legion mines that were just denied there with the death of GZ. Don't know why he was roaming exactly. Probably not the wisest idea, but absolutely just great kill there. And that'll be Sarge as well, getting a frag on Fried Deer Ankle. Key player there for Sevens out of the round now, as Ottawa seems to just be rolling at this point. I mean, they just won the last round. Now they're looking to get 2 in a row here. Frag going to go out by Kit, trying to get a frag down. But unfortunately, does not get anybody. I think he's trying to flush out Rita here. Rye rotating around the shield, it seems. I'm not exactly sure what he's doing.
I think he wants to pick up his smoke canister, but now he's got pressure. And now he's dead.
And he'll get fragged down. Sarge holding the window, getting a second kill here for his team. A big one at that. The smoke out of the round going to allow them a lot more freedom to get on site, get the plant down now. Reagan looking for it. Microwave will take down 1. Plant is stuck by Reagan. He's now kind of stuck in office here. Let's just read down Microwave to try and clutch this round up in the post plant. Outnumbered quite heavily here. Swinging. Microwave will take down Reagan. It's up to just read on Microwave against Kit, Bolo, Wolf. Trying to push forward, trying to get to the breach. Rita is down and out courtesy of Wolf. And that'll be Kit getting the kill there onto Microwave. Holds down Blue. That'll be 2 rounds in a row where we see basically the same play there from Kit. And another round win here for Ottawa.
That was the good round again from the Stormwatch. That one I think was a bit better from the one prior. Vegas, they had a good first round. I think you just got to go back to those mechanics. I mean, now they're going to go back to Cellar, so they have the opportunity to go 2-2. But you definitely can't win Chalet if you only win Cellar, because Cellar, I mean, I am a true supporter of this, and I know many people in this league are. Cellar is not the best site on this map.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
But that is up for debate with many people.
I don't know. I mean, I think Cellar is a decent site. I would agree. I don't know if it's the best site, but I wouldn't say that there's any sites that are particularly amazing on this site or on this map. My apologies.
Very attacker-sided, I would
yeah.
say.
I mean, I wouldn't say that's very attacker-sided, but it does favor attack usually. Cellar, you know, it's just a site where both teams, in most cases, both teams know how to attack or defend it. So it's really just a matter of who knows more and who does it best. Because there's not a whole lot of variety in strategies and holds and such, so it's really just about which team can have the more clean round and make less mistakes, or if the other team is making mistakes, if they can really capitalize on them. We are going to see that fuse come out again, courtesy of, this time, Bolo. We'll be interested to see if that makes a difference. Last round wasn't that much of a game changer. Do you think, Therma, do you think they need to change up who they're bringing here for that vertical play?
Well, I think if you look at it, the Sevens aren't really bringing like a Vigil or an Ella or someone. Their roamer is right now a Warden, who should be probably on site, in my opinion. I mean, if I was IGLing, I would say, Warden, come back, and I would send maybe out the Jaeger, or I'd send out maybe even the Mozzie, because the Mozzie puts his pest down, and then he can use his P10. But, I mean, I'm very surprised that I'm not seeing we're seeing the double hard breach, but instead of bringing, the Therm and the Ace, maybe bring a Habana. But, I mean, they're in sight, so it doesn't really matter, I guess, because don't listen to me. They're in.
Surprisingly enough, they're already inside looking for the plant. It's not even half a minute and a half in. Kid is looking for the plant now. There goes the Osa shoot. He stopped just in time by GZ. Key play there. That'll be Rye getting a Nitro. Wolfax will take down Rita. The Warden off the board, but no smokes or anything to really make that much of a difference maker besides one less gun on the sides of Las Vegas. But Vegas still has this man advantage here, still trying to hold down the side against this Osa Sarge there, trying to rotate around. I think trying to make something happen, but just can't do all that much here. Gonna look to push forward this Talon 8 now. The Azami barrier there gonna just allow him a bit more freedom. Nobody really challenging him as he does that. I think trying to maybe bite at the feet of GZ, who's just gonna be the key player, I think, on the site going into the final minute of this half. The fuse is still on the board, still nowhere to be seen. GZ is just trying to hold down the round here. Wolfex and Timbuktu. Sarge is trying to push site. At this point, I mean, Ottawa's kind of just lost the narrative, really. I don't know where they're at. So, 45 seconds left. Down by 1. Ottawa needs to move. They need to get something going now. Can opener going to go out there by Bolo, sending out this fuse Sarge, just trying to cause chaos. Ryan will take down Sarge. Remove some pretty important pressure from that snowmobile wall. Bolo is down and almost out. Microwave going to finish him out there. And it's up to just Wolf to try and clutch this round up. Heavily outnumbered, takes down Fried. Going to look for another one on the blue side, making his way into Cellar now. Very low, however, low time as well. Does not have the diffuser even. And Rye just says the buck stops here, turns around, gets set, and fires. Gets the kill, gets the round for Las Vegas. Gonna finally put themselves back to even here against Ottawa.
Yeah, good round. Good round from Vegas. Like you said, I think Ottawa just looked a little like they didn't look coordinated. They're playing a bunch of a bunch of individuals, not as a group. So I think that obviously is the difference there. There's not much really to take from that round, but they definitely, I mean, you got to win another site if you're Vegas. They've won Cellar twice, and they're going to go back up to Masters. So, I mean, I think you got to play another site, but that would be me. I'd go games or bar. I'd go games bar here, and I would just hold upstairs as per most teams, but whatever floats their boat. While they're loading into the round, I'll do my plug, my secondary plug of all of our socials and our sponsors. So we're sponsored by Rogue Energy. Thank you so much. So that's what our players use to stay hydrated during the game. You can use code HYPERSERIES as seen on all the splash screens in between games to get 15% off your order. All the proceeds that are made from the sponsor go right back into the league so that my internet doesn't die. Also, we are sponsored by Epic Water Filters. You can go on their website. Feel free to join the Discord, code HYPERSERIES as well. 10% off on water bottles, water filters, water jugs, water, everything. Anything water you can find on that website. And also, we have a few more sponsors coming in, but those are to be announced shortly. So the only way to find that out is to follow our socials. Twitter, Instagram, the Discord, YouTube, and Twitch. Everything is absolutely free. You do not have to subscribe. You do not have to tip or nothing. A follow on any of those is utmost appreciated. Everything else is extra, and anything else that is extra will always go back into the league and will also help fund next year's prize pool for our players. So feel free. Everything can be found in the Discord. You'll see a little social link channel in our bulletin board, and you can find all the links there. Exclamation point Discord to join the Discord. And thank you very much to our sponsors. But back to the action.
So thank you for the plugs. Please check out the sponsors. We need the money. That way Thurman can upgrade his Wi-Fi and we can get a prize pool for next season. But at this point, two teams just seem to be so far evenly matched. You know, neither one really able to get ahead. But coming up a kind of key round in this first half, at least, is some teams looking for a lead that'll actually be Sarge taking down GZ. Another opening frag here by the Ash of Sarge on that window, just continuing to be a real menace for the Sevens, and a key asset for Stormwatch's attack. Now the Ying of Kit, strange pick I would say, is the Claymore of Sarge takes down Microwave. The Oryx, he tried it, ended up getting punished for it, didn't even look. Raya's down, that's Fried Durankle's dead here, and Wolfax is already dead, but it's up to just Rita Booked here to try and clutch the roundup. Reagan for the plant now again here. I think Rita whiffed the Nitro Cell, so can't really use it and just gets shredded there by Kit. Held the angle and just secured a quick, easy round there for Stormwatch, who just sort of barreled right through the Sevens defense. I mean, where was the fight?
That round right from the beginning was not very good, and the reason is Sarge picks up one with the Claymore, and he picks up the second with his guns. So as soon as you lose two in pretty much a modicum of 20 seconds, you're already down 5-3, and it kind of just falls apart from there. Plant went down, and that was that. So if they are gonna go bar and gaming, so they are gonna listen to me like they heard me. And they're going to try bar gaming and see if they can make it work. And with the loadout they are running of Vigil, a Frost, a Mira, and I think it was, a Jaeger, this is a very holdable site. And I always say it's very difficult to attack if the defense is spread out. So we'll see what they're able to do.
I agree. Do you think that there's any keys here really for Las Vegas for the rest of this half, or for the site that they need to follow in order to win?
I think the one thing you got to spread out. It seems that they're very condensed all together on site. They're all, kind of cluttered up together, and it looks like with the Vigil on here that they're going to try and spread it out. However, the counterplay comes in. Regan switches from the Ace to the Jackal. So that's some great counterplays in the operator repick that, a lot of teams don't use. They have it, but they don't use it. So we'll see if they're able to make any use of it. And it looks like a decent hold. The shield at the top, inverted, which Vegas seems to have a specialty for, inverting that shield the other way. And then the frost mats. But it looks like it's going to be a bottom-up take, possibly, or a mid-level take up for the side of the Stormwatch.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what they're doing with that. Normally, you want to take top down, remove that vertical presence of the defending team, in this case Las Vegas, and then just pick apart the site. But we'll have to see how this goes here. I'm glad to see some roam presence from Sevens. I think that's something that they've been lacking recently, but we'll have to see if that really makes a difference here, as that's going to be actually Fried Deer Ankle trying to just delay this attack courtesy of Ottawa, dealing with some pressure now on this bedroom side here. He sends out a couple warning shots. GZ down and out, courtesy of Kit. However, Reagan is down.
In the
Might be able to get
frost
res.
mat.
Picked off by the frost mat. Fried deer ankle goes down there. Kit gets the headshot. And just so far, a mess of a round here. Still, however, man advantage. And as I say, that Sarge is down. Might be able to be rezzed at this point, but bit of a risky spot. That office wall getting opened up now into mezzanine. Rita just going to take the clue and move his way over there, getting ready to potentially stop an attack there. Some sort of push from the from Ottawa onto that part of the objective. Here, going to be, I think, a key player in the remainder of this attack. Does get a quick and easy headshot on a Kit. Wow, we're looking for another one possibly. I think that's Sarge over there by that mezzanine window. Rita really needs to just hold the line here if he wants sevens to win this round, and if he wants to bring it back to even, get themselves a 3-3 half. Just waiting for that player over by Piano. I think that's actually going to be Bolo there. I'm not exactly sure here. Yes, it is Bolo trying to just pre-fire it, trying to take down Rita. Not really sure where he is, though. None of them using drones. None of them really seem to coordinate at this point. A minute left in the round. Rita takes some pot shots there. Not sure exactly from who. My apologies. And just sort of waiting this out here. Wolf needs to make a move. They need to be coordinating here. That'll actually be Sarge onto Rye. He's inside. He's in connector. Rita will trade him out, but Rita just got pulled back onto site. Big opportunity now for the attacking team. They are back to even. They don't have very much time. They do have the diffuser though, and they probably have vertical at this point. Not much they can do with it, but good to know that they have that. They still, however, have those gridlock spikes. Bolo, I think, going to throw one of them out maybe for flank watch, as that'll be Bolo getting the frag onto Rita. Headshot from Microwave, going to now try and clutch this up 1v2. Low time, however, needs to just basically wait this out, try and deny the plant if Bolo's back on site. Going to return to the objective here. Bolo taking the plant down. Wolf going to likely try and cover him. Knows it's on the gaming side. Going to rotate around, trying to make his way through bar onto them. Gets the plant stuck there. Now going to probably rotate towards the connector side. Spots one through the mirror window. Going to rotate around and try and play this mirror here. Spots one there in the hallway, but needs to get the defuse. Going to remove some of these gridlocks tracks here. Takes a teeny bit of damage. Crossfire going out. I think just a couple of stray bullets from Bolo down the way. And trying to rotate around, trying to find them. A bit of a game of cat and mouse ensuing here. Wolfak's going to back up. Bolo just holding down the line here as Microwave is just trying to chase them out, chase them around. Bolo's going to be the real stopgap, and Wolfax doesn't even ask for any help. Just gets the headshot, gets the round there, catches Microwave unaware, and just a real clean round there for the Sevens, moving it to 3-3 at half.
Yeah, clean round there from Ottawa. I gotta say, nothing really bad there. Again, they've got the plant down now. That is 3 rounds out of a possible 6. So very good. I mean, hey, the objective goes down. It's there for a reason. I always say, you don't always have to beat the team with kills. You could beat them on the objective, and it seems that every time the objective's gone down, they have won, except the second round where they beat them on kills. But we go into the split 4-2. Yeah, I don't think Vegas is out of it just yet. I mean, again, it's an attacker sided map, so a 4-2 split if you're on the Vegas camp, I wouldn't say is a bad idea, bad intentions. You're like, okay, we'll be okay. But again, this is I think one of the better Vegas games we've seen besides the 7-0 Montreal one where they decided that they were going to play like TSM in the 6th rotation.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Vegas not out of it yet, but do need to catch up here. My apologies. I said that they tied it up, but they are now on attack. They were on defense that last round. So I think a question for you, Thurman, do you think there's any keys here for both teams that they need to follow in order to, if you're Las Vegas, make a comeback, or if you're Stormwatch, just finish the game out?
I mean, if you're looking at the Ottawa side, they're on defense. I mean, you're able to take 4, which means you only need 3 here on defense. But again, we talked about this really early in the game, is that this is very attacker side. Not very, but it is an attacker side of map. And Vegas Vegas, I would say, are not out of it as long as they play together. Now, this stock that they're bringing is very similar to what we saw the Stormwatch bring. And again, your Nook, you're saying your Nook is very crucial. It needs to pick up a kill, and it might pick up the Jaeger here if he's not careful.
Yeah, as you mentioned, the Nook has to be a key player here. The other key player is really just going to be somebody that's probably not Rye, just getting some frags, something that they've kind of been lacking. I mean, they've spread the workload evenly, but they need somebody to really just turn it on and start gunning here, and they don't really have that if you're on 7. Stormwatch, on the other hand, they have a couple guys that are really popping out. You know, you have Sarge, you have Kit there with 8 and 7. I think might have read that wrong. Yeah, I was about to say
7 and
Bolo,
4.
but
He's
Bolo's
7
at
and 4,
2.
Kit.
7 and 4. Sorry.
You're good. I put the things away. That's fine. But yeah,
You're good.
the backside take though, which is not what we saw, and that is an ACS 12 of Kit just barreling down into that Osa shield.
I mean, that's an interesting play. Ends up paying off. For them.
There you go.
Kit with another one. Kit with 3, I think, here. He's just cleaning up here. Over on blue side into Cellar, just holding down that 1 keeper barrier and just annihilating this attack. I think Impact goes out. That'll be Rye pushing him up, taking him down. Traded out, however, by Reagan. Lemiro holding down the line, really. Nitro's going to get ready to go out. Does not get anybody, though, but does kind of push back temporarily this attack here by Las Vegas, which has been turned into sort of a shell of itself. There goes Rita taken down easily. Postcard mailed right to his face, courtesy of Bolo there. Microwave, the last one left. Gonna try and clutch this up, but outnumbered, does not have the diffuser, doesn't have a whole lot of intel, doesn't have a whole lot of utility, and, you know, just a quick, easy gunfight won there by Bolo. And him, as well as the alibi, just cleaned up that round there.
That round fell apart very fast. I have to say, that just steamrolled with the ACS 12 of Kit just barreling down, taking bodies, taking shields, taking everybody with 1 mag, and it's now 5-2, and already Ottawa has claimed the one site that the 7s failed to win.
Yeah, I mean, Ottawa's rolling right now. They're at a really good spot, and they're 1 round away from match point. They're 3 rounds ahead of Las Vegas. So at this point, you know, not much else that they could really ask for here. Ideally, they get a site sweep and they close it out 7-2, but you know, they have an adequate cushion here, and they have a great lead. We'll have to see if they can convert that into a game win here and some extra points to push them up on that East standing. To, I believe, if they were to win this, they would move actually to tied for 2nd versus tied for 3rd. So just a real good spot for them to be in if they do end up winning this. 7s need to show signs of life here. They need to do something.
Yeah, I completely off topic, but I just wanted to say that we have officially 4 teams registered for our play-in tournament. It looks like spots are filling fast because 3 have just been registered within the last hour. So if you want a spot, make sure you get into the server, get in touch with one of the admins, and get your spot secured, because Hyper Series is only getting bigger and only getting more popular. So if you want to play in it next season, I would definitely get in the server and get in touch and get your application going. But back to the game, I gotta say, yeah, it's definitely this game. Ottawa, it seems like they're a little more confident on defense than Vegas is. Sorry, my apologies. Vegas, no, Ottawa is a little more confident on defense than Vegas. Yeah, that was correct. It's been a long day, if you can't tell. But I think if Ottawa is able to win this site, then I think they could win this game. It's just, if they win it on this first attempt, then I definitely think that they got a chance. And the first ace is caught.
Jeez. One of them getting just stopped there, courtesy of the Wamai Magnet. And a pretty strong hold here, it seems, from Wolfpack. It's going to be really important, however, that he keeps this controlled and he takes care of it as long as he can, but needs to also watch out for Library for a flank, possibly. Going to use just all that utility on himself. Don't blame him. It's going to be pretty difficult, I think, later in the round for him to hold it, but not a whole lot of explosives that he's going to have to worry about. Basically just the 2 frags in the pockets of microwave really that he needs to be concerned for. I think just waiting for that player coming down blue, trying to hold out for him. The Mozzie, however, of Kit is going to be the real stopgap on that backside as GZ takes down one. That'll be actually a trade courtesy of Sarge. The Alibi able to get the headshot, keep it actually at 4-4. Probably not the best outcome there for Sevens. Losing those Ratero charges with them in the pocket. Not going to allow them make it any easier really for them to get rid of the shields, the castle barricades, anything really that is currently in the possession of Ottawa. The Iana hologram goes out there, quickly taken down, courtesy of
Sarge.
I think it was Sarge. Yes, thank you, Thurman. Now is Reagan just going to be holding on this backside here, holding down the solar, and not really a whole lot of pressure he's have to worry about. Does have that angle there to help him, as Rita is going to slowly but surely creep up there. Knows one's in library, sends out a warning shot there. Who goes there? He's going to try and swing it, try and take out. I think that's actually going to be Wolfex in library. 2 kills by Reagan, quick and easy onto Fried as well as onto Rye. Wolf takes down Rita up to just microwave to try and clutch this up. Heavily outnumbered, low time, nothing in his favor. Wolfex stops him from getting any kills there. A headshot by the Wamai. Round 1 for Ottawa.
I'm going to stay true to what I said before. I think this game is done.
It very well might be. I would hope not, but...
Oh, I wouldn't. I hope not either, but I just... I have to say that the... Las Vegas Sevens don't look very good on attack. They just look a little discordant. They look a little out of sorts. I mean, obviously, they again have to mention the GZ is an E-sub. But even with that being said, they just look a little all over the place. They don't seem like they're too confident in any moves that they're trying to do. And they seem very second-guessing on a lot of the things. And Ottawa's going to hit up Bar Gaming here to try and close this one out. And they're just looking at the kills, too. It's not even... They're not even getting merely... outkilled by one individual player. Ottawa as a team is playing very well, and Bolo is the only man who is the new guy on the team, I guess you can say. So chemistry obviously is a thing. Bolo does not have as many kills as the rest, but is still playing well, and I think Ottawa, they can end it here with 5 in a row if they were to win this.
Certainly would be ideal for them, but, you know, as you mentioned, they're just rolling here at this point. They need to just put this one round in, put the final nail in the coffin of Las Vegas, get themselves 3 more points, keep themselves in the upper echelon of the East. And seems to be what they're looking for here. They'll be going for a bar and gaming hold. And what do you think needs to happen for Las Vegas on the attack now if they want to keep their hopes alive?
If I'm Vegas, I'm doing the same thing that Ottawa did to me. Now, obviously, you don't have the same ops, and Ottawa's a bit less spread out. Like, you could already see Sarge on site, Kit on site, Regan close by, but more or less on site, Bolo on the extension, and then it looks like Wolfex might be our roamer, but no Vigil, but they have the Jackal to counter that. You just gotta you gotta get this up top control, and then condense them down to site, because once Bar collapses into that, those 2 rooms, it's very, very difficult to hold from above, with the Buck especially being on the board.
I agree. It's just going to be can they get the vertical, can they keep Buck alive, can they get the frags. They haven't been, from what I remember, they haven't really been getting a lot of the opening kills, so if they can get that, that would really help them. I think statistics show that the team that gets the opening kill typically wins the round, so if they can get that, hold on to it here, should be great for them. Interesting to see that they're running this very frag-heavy lineup here. I mean, I would classify it as basically 3-1-1. Fried sending out a couple of just pot shots there trying to support. GZ is down and almost out. Sarge picked off by Rita. Finally, Reagan gonna finish off GZ. They're trying to get this next kill. Knows Fried is over up by that lobby door. Trying to just clear him out, or fireplace door, my apologies. But so far, not so good there for Reagan getting rid of Fried. Here's Rita just approaching, trying to find this next player, trying to get his way onto the objective. Knows, however, those castle barricades are there. I think senses that Reagan's watching him and decides, you know what, I'll wait till later. Wolfex as well, accompanying Reagan, trying to make something happen here, as Reagan's just going to set this vertical angle up here, trying to help himself out later in the round. With a minute left, less than actually, until Ottawa's victory, possibly, there needs to be a push here. Very soon by Las Vegas. They have, strangely enough, this jackal there of Mouse upstairs for no reason. Don't know why. And now Rita will take down Wolf. Reagan falls in the hands of Mouse, or Moose, my apologies.
Oh, they spin it right back.
Double kill, actually, from Bolo onto Fried, as well as onto Rye. Knows Moose is up there trying to get the frag, trying to get the kill, trying to put it into 2v1. Actually, a Nitro from below. Kit gets the kill. Except for just Rita, 1v2. Low time needs to make it happen now. Win or go home situation here for Las Vegas. Rita gonna take down the cam and get ready to push in. That Goyo shield preventing him though. And now gonna try and get the frag there. That'll be Kit denying it, putting it away here for Ottawa. 7-2 against Las Vegas on Chalet.
Wow.
That's to say the least. I mean, just
That is,
Ottawa.
that was quite the game.